Are you experiencing more anxiety? If you are in perimenopause, you may be experiencing more symptoms of anxiety, racing thoughts, possibly even a racing heartbeat, interfered with sleep, and more. And this is because of the decline in estrogen and progesterone. And these hormones can affect the production of your neurotransmitters, GABA and serotonin, which are both calming and grounding hormones, and they help support sleep as well as mood. You've got the change in progesterone, which often happens first, and progesterone is a really calming hormone in itself. So this is another reason why anxiety can be on the rise. Plus, the time of our lives when we're in perimenopause, we often have a lot going on, a lot of stress around us in work and in home life. So it's not really surprising that the anxiety increases. So before you go rushing off to get the latest supplements, and they can be really helpful, and as a nutritional therapist, I do like supplements and I do use them with my clients and I use them myself. It is so important to check in with your nervous system, because the nervous system is your foundational layer for everything else. So you could be having the best diet, you could have the great exercise, you could have all the supplements in the world, but if your nervous system is stuck in that fight or flight mode, then it's going to be really difficult for you to have that grounded feeling and to get on top of the anxiety, and also to further balance your hormones, because when we are in that fight or flight state, it really further impairs production of those hormones. So it's like a vicious cycle sometimes. So what I really recommend is to find something that you enjoy. I do recommend breath work because it can be such a quick, accessible thing. I think we all like something quick. So for example, if you're busy at work and you've got a meeting, it could be really helpful just to take a few moments just to do some quick breath work, and then you can go into that meeting feeling grounded. Or if you've had a really stressful day and you feel like you're about to blow a gasket, just doing some breathing, just something short and simple, can be really effective. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and I have got some other options for you as well. But let's just talk about some breath work. So there's lots of different things out there, and some of them involve numbers and counting and holding the breath and this and that. It's up to you, whatever you find really helpful. But one thing that's been shown to be one of the most quickly effective ways of getting into that calming parasympathetic nervous system, if you're feeling a bit anxious, is called the physiological sigh. Okay, so I'll demonstrate what you do, but what you're going to do is you're going to take in a nice deep breath in through the nose, and then you take an extra little sort of sippy breath in, one more, and then you do a very nice long, slow exhale. And the long, slow exhale is what really does activate that parasympathetic nervous system. So if you don't like this particular breath, one thing you can do is just do some nice breathing, but just make sure that your exhale is on the slower side. So I'll just demonstrate that now. So taking in a big breath, a little sniff breath, and then an exhale through pursed lips. So there are other breathwork activities that you might like to experiment with. If you're not so keen on breathwork, of course you can do something like a guided meditation. There's lots of lovely apps out there. I really like Insight Timer. It's free and there's so many. There's things like Yoga Nidra, guided relaxation, guided meditation, or just some music, something like that to just sit and listen to. I know some people don't like to sit still and relax, but this is a mindset shift that you might need to challenge, because if you are all the time saying, no, I must be doing, your nervous system is just not going to ever switch into that rest and digest parasympathetic mode. So it is important that you challenge your resistance to relaxation, because it actually is as useful to your body as sleep, good food, exercise. So I really recommend that you invest in some relaxation practices. Other things you can do are just like a simple walk around the block, just getting outside, taking some nice breaths, just a change of scenery, moving the body around. That can be very effective. Even just some gentle stretches at home. If you're sort of more of an active or kinesthetic sort of person, just some gentle stretches, some yoga, or even just giving the body a good shake, or jumping up and down, doing some dancing can release some tension. But I do think it is important to get that parasympathetic nervous system in play. Another thing you can do is a mindfulness activity, and this basically means anything that you're doing where you're really just focused on that one thing and you're in a fairly relaxed state and you're really kind of absorbed in it. So this could be something like drawing, colouring, craft, gardening. It could be a walk, but it's not a walk where you're listening to something in your earphones. It's really like a mindful walk where you're looking at the scenery, you're noticing what's going on around you. So something where you're relaxed and you're absorbed. You don't have to just be lying down and listening to something. You can be more proactive. So that's my tip for today for supporting anxiety with perimenopause. Is really, please do start with your nervous system. Find something that resonates with you to try and calm your nervous system a bit more.